Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's AyksTV, back with 5 months worth of hair, being in lockdown in Australia, but we're finally out. And unlike my latest post, I apologize for not being active, but there are circumstances that have happened in the last month, and I just don't have any stable internet. My internet drops out probably about 100 to 150 times a day, and I've had 5 NBN visits. I've called out multiple times, and hopefully they can fix it this time. If not, I'm gonna have to change service provider because it is kind of annoying, right? It's just very frustrating because working from home, I can't work from home because of the internet problems, and I just can't enjoy myself. Like, I can't play games, I can't play World of Warcraft, and especially with 9.1.5 out, I just want to play. I just want to play the game. There's so much stuff that I can think of that I want to do. I want to max Venti, I want to max Necrolord, I want to max Nightfate. I want to do all that stuff on Survival Hunter because there's so many things I can think of, and that's gonna make me re-enjoy the game, right? I enjoy the game a lot, but 9.1.5 is going to let me play the spec how I want to play it and like test different things. So with the very internet that I could really get, I just wanted to explain all the 9.1.5 changes specifically for Survival Hunter to you all, just in case you haven't seen it, or if there are any videos out there. I haven't been able to check if there is. There's so many other survival hunters out there that are making great content, so do check them out. But I'm here. I just need something, right? I thought I'd do this for you. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully I can spread some information out to you guys, and hopefully it's going to be informative, because I miss making content. I miss doing this stuff. I miss streaming. I miss Mythic Plus and all that. So again, apologize. I just want my internet to get fixed, and being able to record this video is kind of making me happy because I don't need the internet. I just loaded up the pages, and yeah, that's it. So I appreciate everyone still checking me out on YouTube. I do have a few kills. The Fate, not Fate Scribe kill. The Guardians, the first one kill that I just released. We did get Fate Scribe as well after a lot. Fate Scribe after a couple of pulls. Become in-game raid leader for the guild too, which is fun. It's something new, but it's tough because we'll have a pull, we'll be doing great, and then I'll disconnect. And because I'm raid leading at the moment, it just like you get the drift. It just goes to shit in a way. So it's annoying, but we have to do what we have to do. So appreciate you all sticking by. My dog, my baby dog Lana, I love her again. Yeah. So let's get. Should fix up my hair. Let's get to the nitty and gritty about the 9.1 survival, 9.1.5 changes specifically for the Survival Hunter. Alright, so in the time that I've been able to get some internet, I just quickly went on Wowhead and looked for like the 9.15 changes, and I actually found the new Survival Hunter 9.1.5 guide. This is created by Dual B. He's on the True Shot Lodge Discord. I see him posting all the time. He's like one of the staples within there, and he's written this insane, very, very good guide on the 9.1. Well, really, Survival Hunter in general. It's just how to play it, and it talks about all the different Covenant factions and everything. But remember, I just wanted to go over like the 9.1 Survival Hunter changes, just to advise what's happened, and then at the end I'll talk about maybe a little bit about each Covenant itself and what I think about it. and yeah, and all the different kind of builds that we can possibly do. So the first things first, the changes to Survival Hunter is, so the first thing is the AoE Cap Removal. Survival Hunter is already AoE uncapped on your wildfire bombs and your wildfire infusion. That has always been uncapped, so nothing really changes for us. The only big change is our carve and our butchery. So carve and butchery, they become AoE cap removed as well, but it will still only give you 5 seconds of wildfire bomb. So just imagine if it didn't, then you'd be like bomb, carve, bomb, carve, bomb, carve, bomb, carve. That'd be kind of nutty, but I'm happy that it's still up to 5 seconds, because then you can still press different buttons, you reapply your serpent stings, put in through your kill commands, and so on. So the AoE Cap Removal to carve and butchery is really good, because it means that I love butchery. And this is also going to make me replay Necrolord Survival Hunter, but I'll speak to that again, which I started like a little project, which unfortunately all this stuff happened as well. So let's go back to the 9.1 changes. There's not that many real big changes, but both of them were to the Covenant abilities. So for the Flayed Shot, Covenant ability gets an extra hit. So when you use the Flayed Shot will do an extra hit, and that extra hit will also gain the proc chance to proc your kill shot again. So, which is really good, and then more haste, more dots happen, and so on. So, Flayed Shot, this will be, I haven't played it yet because I can't play the game, and I haven't been able to switch to it, but when it becomes to, hopefully I get a fix, and hopefully I can get my Venthi Renown up to 80, I will be swapping to the Venthi Covenant for single target, so especially for KT that's coming up, and also Sylvanas. So I'll be running this with the Pouch of Razor Fragments. So the bonus kill shot from the Flayed Shot hits 6 targets and causes them to bleed over 6 seconds, but then you also get the initial damage of the new buff Flayed Shot. So single target, Venthi is going to be your go-to. Anything with like a few more targets, you're going to be wanting to run Kyrian, but Venthi is always going to be good. So the next change is the buff to Death Chakram for Survival Hunter. So when you throw Death Chakram, Death Chakram hits 7 times, and for those 7 targets at a hit, you gain 10% more physical damage increase. So this doesn't work well with Wildfire Bomb because it's fire damage, or Serpent Sting because it's poison damage. This will really only work with your Carve, your Mongoose Bite, well sorry, let me go back, your Carve / Butchery, your Raptor Strike, your Mongoose Bite, and your Flanking Strike. So for single target, I think this is a big buff for Necrolord's single target, and I'll talk about more in the Necrolord part down the track. But it's a little bit of a buff. It just makes Necrolord a little bit more viable in itself. And I think that's pretty much it. And like I mentioned, the AoE cap has been gone. You still only get Wildfire Bomb charge up to 5 seconds as well. And yeah, like I mentioned, this guide it actually tells us our strengths and our weakness. Like compared to the other one, it said consistent damage, and then weakness, low consistent damage. I was like, meh, whatever. It is what it is, and I don't know if whoever wrote it was a Survival Hunter main, but this guy Dulby has written this up, and it's really, really well written. So those are the big, not that big impactful changes to Survival Hunter. I think the biggest impactful change is the Covenant swapping, because it's going to, I think right now all the Covenants have their own niche for Survival Hunter, and now you can swap in between each and every one of them and play it as you want. So I won't actually talk about the Kyrian soulbind because everybody knows about Kyrian. Kyrian's just still strong in general. You can play a single target. You can play a Mythic Plus. You see all my videos previously are all Kyrian. I'll talk about Kyrian a lot as well. So this has been the staple. There's not going to be any changes to it. Mechanicos is still going to be the number one. I'm going to switch that to the end. But yeah. All right. Let's just quickly go over the Venthyr Covenant, the Night Fae Covenant, and the Necrolord Covenant. Just because I guess Kyrian has been a staple for Survival Hunter, well, for Hunter in general over the last couple of months, because the swapping between going to one covenant, coming back, then going back, it takes like weeks, and everybody just sticks with one. And to be honest, Kyrian was just the best because of how Mechanicos worked. You get in Mythic Plus, you get the haste from every new person that you hit, and it works well on fights like Painsmith. You can get a little bit more haste hitting the bombs and whatnot, and you get the mind blank Covenant ability cooldown on your targets hit by 4 seconds up to 20 seconds. So that was just really good in general, and you'd always want to run it. So the different changes to Venthyr. So we're going to talk about Venthyr. So Venthyr is going to be your single target boss damage covenant that you want to go to. Nadia and Pouch, the razor patch fragments, is going to be your build that you want to go to. It's really fun and really easy. I've watched a couple of videos about it, and it's an extra dot. So you wildfire bomb, you serpent sting, then you pouch, well then you coordinate assault, then you use your flate shot to get the buff on the damage, and you just pretty much use this off cooldown, and then you get another button to press with kill shot, which does a lot more damage. So this is going to be your single target damage ability. So like I mentioned, most likely we'll use this on, if my internet's working, use this on KT because you just want boss damage. You don't really care about the AoE, where you have we have like frost mages, we have DHs, we have paladins, warriors, they all do insane AoE damage, and we probably just want to focus on boss damage here. And then of course with what's her name, Sylvanas, which is the end boss, you just want to kill Sylvanas because everything up to phase 3 don't really care about it. We all care about once we hit the platforms, we just want as much boss damage as we want, and Venthyr is going to be the play. So Venthyr single target. This will also you could probably even run this with Pouch, because Pouch also hits 6 targets, right? So you could also run this in Mythic Plus if you want with Nadia, because when you get a proc, you're going to hit 6 other targets with your Pouch fragments. Your Flates are going to hit 6 other people, do more damage. So I want to play this again. I want to try this out in Mythic Plus. I'm going to try this out in Raid and see how that goes. So Venthyr, Survival Hunter, if you're too used to playing Kyrian, like on our Guardian's queue, I didn't get to play for a while because of my internet, and trying to remember the playstyle of Nessingwary's trap apparatus, it just messed up my head. So I just went with something that was a very bit more simpler. So if you're more confident playing Kyrian as single target, play Kyrian, because you're going to what's that word? You're going to perform. That's the word. Perform. You're going to perform better than playing something that you're not used to. So I'm hoping I can get my internet back up and actually practice this a little bit more, because I want to play Venthyr, and I've been wanting to play Venthyr for a little bit longer. And to Venthyr again, the change, you get an additional hit when cast, and that damage also has a 15% chance plus another 5% chance, so 20% chance for it to proc. And then also, like if you're in AoE situation, 6 targets by 20%, you're going to get an automatic proc, right? Just by mass is 120%. So I think this will work. This is going to work well for single target. It's going to be a lot of fun. You get a lot of haste when you're running Nadia, and then when the empowerment finishes, then you get crit as well. So it's going to be good. I've heard a couple of people talk about theater with when they put the little umbrella and you gain haste because your kill shot is procced off haste and you gain a whole bunch. I think that can work, but especially when you're moving and if you get a bad proc and your umbrella's over here but you have to run over here, then you're just wasting that. So Venti is going to be good. I can't wait to play it, and yeah, Nadia is going to be your go-to for that soulbind. That covenant. Night Fae. The first best in slot. Oh no. The first best in slot covenant that we played because of Corian when you gain the crit. So there's nothing really changed to Survival Hunter. Night Fae from the beginning, everything is still pretty much the same. They're legendary. The fragments of the oiled antlers, when wild spirits hits 5 or targets, there is a 100% chance to hit a second time, which is good for single target. A lot of people, I think, underestimate this just because of how I think Naya and Dreamweaver, I'd probably be running Dreamweaver on the Survival Hunter. Like if you're going to run this as single target, so single target you would be definitely running Dreamweaver, and for Mythic Plus you'd run Corian because you gain first strike, which you're gaining 25% chance increased critical strike, and it's just staying on for a long time. But then when with Dreamweaver for single target, right, every 2 minutes when you throw down your Night Fae ability, I forget what it's got, I haven't played Night Fae in a while, and then you get Field of Blossoms, you get 50% haste, and on top of that, you're dealing 3% more damage consistently. That's pretty nuts. I can't wait to try it because it's going to be a ton of fun as well. Because and then I'm pretty sure for the single target, you're going to be running either Wild Spirits or you're going to be running Nesting Ware's Trap Apparatus. So I think this will work really well. I have to play around with it single target. I probably won't play this single target. I'll play. Oh, something fell in my my closet. But I'll probably be running more in Mythic Plus here with your wildfire bombs and your first strike. So just coming back to I miss Soul Shape. Oh, and Soul Shape. I can be my bear again. But Soul Shape is going to be good because you get first strike and you get more damage. It's like more of an execute, right? Once they get below 35% health, you just do 5% more damage. So this is really good. I can't wait to play. I just can't wait to play the game. So Night Fae, there hasn't really been any big changes to Survival Hunter. Just Dreamweaver and Corian is going to be great. Naya is going to be decent, like for single target, but I think you'd have more fun with Dreamweaver. And depending on the boss, with Naya's burrs, they might move out of the trap and you don't proc the trap, and that's just a waste of damage there, unfortunately. Oh, the sleeper spec, the Necrolord Survival Hunter, like sleeper spec. Like I mentioned in the other video, the Project Survival Hunter Necrolord one. It's a sleeper, right? I don't do calculations or whatnot because I'm not that good with all that kind of stuff. I sort of just read. But like in the beginning, when I heard that it's getting a 10% physical damage buff when you use your Death Chakram, And then with if we go over here to Plague Master Maraleth, you get Kevin's Oozling to fight alongside you for 40 seconds, and they take an extra, oh, it's only 6% additional damage. Whoops, I've been saying that wrong. But anyway, you're getting 6% increased damage for 40 seconds on a 45-second cooldown, so you're only missing 5 seconds, plus the 10% physical damage. Like, you feel that it's going to scale really well. Plus, if you don't know, when you use Volatile Solver, you gain like mastery for humans, something for beasts, like they're all different things around you. But because you're in a raid, you're going to be just really getting the mastery buff and the beast buff. I think it's the healing. I think it's a healing buff. But like, if it's going to feel not bad, you're gonna be like, for single target, you're gonna be running Nessingware's Trap Apparatus, just because your Mongoose Bite's gonna hit a bleep ton of damage, like 6% damage plus 10% physical damage, plus the multiplicative on Mongoose Bite when you're stacking it to 5 times, and if you get it well in that window, and you get like 3-4 hits of 5-stack Mongoose Bites at 10% plus 6%, that's gonna, and your critting and your mastery is giving you more increased damage. Like, you see a whole bunch of damage is gonna pop up. I don't know, I want to test this one out. I want to test single target Necrolord. Then again, I have to get my renown out, but I want to test it out because I think that it could be like really well. It's I think this one is you're gonna have to like min-max it a lot more compared to other covenants, because of when you want to use your Death Chakram, and when you have your Mongoose Bite stacks at the maximum, because you want to make them get the maximum damage out of that. And for Necrolord, like what do you call it, for Mythic Plus, like I told you, like I mentioned in the other one, bag of munitions. When 2 of your targets hit by Death Chakrams, you hit by your explosive shots, the explosive shot is going to be uncapped now. That means 2 shots of explosive shot on multiple targets is going to insanely destroy everything. Before, you used to get hit by 7 or 8 targets, if I remember, but it's just going to explode, like explode everything. So there's gonna be a lot more Necrolord Survival Hunters out there, and it's going to be a lot of fun because there's a lot of different play styles. So and for Mythic Plus, you probably run Emily in a Mythic Plus, because here you gain 3% haste for up to 15% for each person that dies, which is pretty good. Like, I see that working, but they have to die, right? They have to die for you to get. So like, the only reason why I don't like this, and depends on what dungeon that you're doing. Like, you might, like in Theater of Pain, you might kill a target on the way to Gorchomp, the one with the chains. Like, you kill a whole bunch of people there, and then you have to wait, and then you have to go, and then you're just wasting the 10% haste. So I don't really like this, where I don't mind Bonesmith, because here, after you're landing your 10 critical strikes, you gain 18% increased critical chance for 10 seconds. Whereas you throw now, because everything is uncapped, you throw one of your wildfire bombs, that's gonna crit, and then you're gonna get the 18% crit, so you're just going to be doing a whole bunch of crit damage straight away. So I think for Mythic Plus, you're going to probably be running Bonesmith. I think Bonesmith would probably be the way. Single target, you'll probably be running Plague Master. Well, you will be running Plague Master Deverish, or whatever it is. It's not even a master, and I keep saying master. But there are the changes to Survivor. Comment down below how excited you are. I'm excited because I want to play the game and test all these different, like swapping the different covenants, going on the insane grind of farming Torghast for renown, and just, yeah. I think Survival Hunter 9.1.5 is in a very, very, very good state right now. So I don't know when I'm gonna be not rating streaming again soon because of how my internet is at the moment. But again, I appreciate everybody still sticking around, still checking out the content, and hopefully I'll be back here for you again. I'll put this in the link in the YouTube video if any new survival hunter people come on board. This is a very, very good guide for everything survival hunter. Until then, hopefully I'll see you guys soon. I'll catch you with my beautiful hair.